Well, first up this evening, the big political face-off in Telangana over the Formula E controversy. The Anti Corruption Bureau carried out raids at residences of BRS leader and MLA K T Rama Raog. This after the high drama outside the Anti Corruption Bureau office in Hyderabad, where Rama Raog refused to meet officials without the presence of his lawyers. Rama Raog went to the ACB office after summons issued to him in the alleged Formula E scam, but refused to meet the officials without his lawyers present. He said it was his legal right to have his lawyers present while he was being questioned by the officials. Remember, the alleged Formula E controversy is over financial irregularities in organizing the high-profile race in Hyderabad in the year 2023 when the BRS was in power. The Telangana High Court, which reserved orders on a petition by K T Rama Raog, has ordered that he can't be arrested till it delivers its verdict. Let's just listen into his reaction before we get into the first face-off this evening.
In court, your lawyer has argued about the delay in the filing of the case in this particular case, in case they felt that there was any kind of a wrongdoing.
No, let me tell you, there are three things to the case. One, we have done nothing wrong. Fundamentally, there's nothing wrong in terms of procedure or in terms of a policy decision. So the whole case is frivolous, it's abuse of process of law, it's travesty of justice at best. This is what I've said in my affidavit as well. Second point, I am not saying there are any procedural lapses at all. If there are any, as the government wants you to believe, as the government has been planting stories, if there are, that is not the job of a minister. This is what I said. And thirdly and most importantly, this government is operating with a malified intent. The reason why I say this, on November 1st, a minister of this government goes on record, says, KTR will be arrested and he'll be sent to jail soon. And then subsequently, ACB files a charge. What do I make of that? That political masters are calling the shots and it's not the investigating agencies. So when I see a malified intent, when I see a fish, when I smell a fish, I certainly have to say that, I'm entitled to my constitutional rights.
The affair does mention that.
Well, joining me this evening, Krishank Manne of the BRS and Syed Asad Abbas, who supports the Congress. Syed Asad Abbas, you just heard K T Rama Raog there. His point is that this is purely a politically motivated case and the ACB is acting on the instructions of the political leadership, which had, even before the case was registered, declared that K T Rama Raog will be arrested.
Veera Sahab, knowing and following Mr. KTR very closely, I could say he's one of the finest and articulate gentlemen that we have in politics today. But what has happened now? The fact that this man claims to be honest, he claims to be innocent, then what is stopping an honest man, a politician, a leader like KTR, to go and attend to the ACB? Why is he so reluctant in having his lawyer? He needs to understand that the law and order does not supersede any human being. This is a fundamental right and duty. Also, as a matter of fact, many a times when I heard Mr. KTR in the Davos summit, I became a huge fan of him. But the same man is using unparliamentary language. In the case of the farmers' policy by Revanth Reddy Garu, what did he call him? He called him a traitor. Not just that, even now, he's called him a criminal. Coming from an erudite leader like KTR, words like traitor, criminal, and so on and so forth does not show him right. And if he is indeed honest, if it happened as per procedure, why is he shying away to have his presence in front of the Anti Corruption Bureau? He needs to understand, he could be the principal opposition. He could be the working president of Bharatiya Rashtra Samiti. But as per the purview and the eyes of the law and order, he is a common citizen of this country. So why should he have any special relaxations on that front? Also, as a matter of fact, let me bring to your notice, a man who always claims to be honest, innocent, so on and so forth. Why is he shying away from ACB? Had this case gone in the case of Enforcement Directorate...
Why is he shying away from the ACB? Why is he shying away from the ACB is the question Syed Asad Abbas is asking Krishank Manne. Why the drama? Why not meet the authorities, given the fact that the High Court has categorically said he can't be arrested till it delivers a verdict? Why not meet the authorities and answer their questions? How do you respond to Syed Asad Abbas? Krishank Manne.
Veera, one thing the nation should know that after the arguments in the Honorable High Court from the ACB, from the government side pleaders, and from, in fact, KTR's counsel also, the judgment is reserved. There is an interim relief on that. And in fact, there is a no arrest also in this. But while we say this, as a law-abiding citizen, the visuals which your channel is currently showing is actually of the visuals where Mr. KTR visited to the ACB office. But what happened was, likewise, like every individual has their rights, KTR himself also has rights, and there are Supreme Court guidelines that when he is producing an evidence as a part of investigation, he can have his advocate with him, and that is what he was pleading the government, the police department, that why shouldn't my lawyer be with me? Number one, why are we stressing on this point is the Telangana police here and the Congress government very recently, when an ex-MLA in the Kodangal farmers issue, an ex-MLA was arrested. And you know what happened, Veera? They wrote a document on their own that he has confessed the crime. After going to the jail, the ex-MLA did not know that the confession report said that he has already admitted to the crime. Then the ex-MLA from the jail wrote to the honorable judge that I haven't confessed any such thing. This is a scripted document by the Telangana police. This is what happened. This came up to arguments. So we do not trust the Congress government who is making their own scripts today. And that is why we wanted an advocate. And why so much of a hurry? Why don't you wait for the
Syed Asad Abbas, what's wrong in having an advocate?
Yeah. Yes, my friend Krishank Mane selectively spoke about the interim relief. Respected sir, yes, you are right on two accounts. Interim relief, yes. There is a stay order on the arrest, yes. But the fact of the matter, sir, if you've read the interim order carefully, you will know there is absolutely no mention which bars the Anti Corruption Bureau of the Telangana police or the state to stop him from questioning. He's only merely being
absolutely not
to question. Yes, Krishank Mane Garu. He's only being asked to come and answer a few simple questions. What is the harm? Also, as a matter of fact, the respected
Why
Kodangal
can't he
MLA
have his
that you
lawyer
spoke
with him?
about-
That's the question he's asking.
Yeah, I'll come to that. And Kodangal MLA that you speak of, sir, many a times, many a times, we've seen MLAs, MPs, even ministers changing their stance. Also, as a matter of fact, with respect to MLA that you speak of, you need to understand, sir, if a man is honest, if he's a true leader of the masses, what is the harm in attending without his lawyer? What good can a lawyer do? I think a man like him, who claims to be so honest and innocent,
Why not a
can't he
lawyer?
go and answer a simple
What's the
question?
harm of having a lawyer, Veera?
A last point, Krishank Mane Garu, I'll tell you. The fact we need to understand is that Mr. KTR Garu, many a times we've seen him, putting the same allegations on Revanth Reddy and the Congress party. Not just that. I think where he has made an error is questioning the Telangana state police, saying the state police is complicit of the crimes of Revanth Reddy. Let me tell you, sir, Telangana state police is one of the finest that you have in the country
Krishank
today.
Mane,
And
your
raising
point.
question is the same police which served under KCR Garu. And he questioned
Veera.
the same police. This is absolutely unfortunate, sir.
Last word to you,
Veera.
Krishank Mane. Go ahead.
Veera, see, I didn't get my answer. Why not a lawyer, number one? And if we are questioning and if we are calling Revanth Reddy Garu a traitor, it is a very serious concern that after giving in the guarantees, after Sri Rahul Gandhi coming to Warangal and announcing a declaration of 15,000 per acre to farmers, you, in 2024, you stop the Raitu Bandhu scheme, you don't give a single penny to the farmers. And now you come, retract your statement, say we are not going to give 15,000, we are going to give only 12,000. What do you call such a government? So we are not indulging into name calling, but what do we call such
No,
a
I think
government?
it's-
Now to divert
okay.
that issue,
See,
they
It's
are trying
getting
for the
diverted from the
one thing
core
is-
issue of
Just 10 seconds. Respected, sir, I
what's
know
the
he's doing
core
his duty as
question
a
here is
principal
why
opposition.
the lawyers were not allowed is what the allegation that's made. Quick
Yes,
response.
definitely. I'm sure the respective Anti-Corruption Bureau have the reasons on the same front. Lawyer allowed or not, my humble logic here is that
Okay.
an honest man with his lawyer or not will present his points. All he was asked is question on this. That's about it. Also, as a matter of fact, oppose
No, I
as a
don't know why
principal opposition. You have the right to oppose.
honest man.
Krishank Garu,
You mean
just
having
10
lawyers
seconds,
is
sir.
being dishonest?
10 seconds. Krishank Garu,
Why do we
Krishank Garu,
have
10
courts?
seconds, sir.
Why
Sir,
do- why-
let me tell
why-
you.
why
All right,
should
I
we
think-
have
I think-
lawyers?
Just
I think
10
there is-
seconds, 10 seconds. As a principal opposition,
We
you have all
leave
the
this
right to
conversation here,
protest.
Syed Asad
But when it
Abbas.
comes
We
to
leave
matters
this
of
conversation
development
here.
of Telangana,
Krishank
don't stop
Mane,
it.
we'll have to put an end to this conversation right here, but obviously the political exchange will continue in Hyderabad and in Telangana. Thanks to the two of you for joining us here this evening.